What's going on? We're here with 7th Column Radio, episode number... We're at 7? 7! And that is why he is an awesome co-host. He can keep my head straight. Y'all know me, I'm TK, a resident Titan main. Yes, our class got hit, but we're going to be talking all about it tonight. Face?
Yeah.
Mr. Hunter main?
Yes, absolutely. That would be me. I think we made out all right, you know, as long as nothing gets changed.
I was about to say, you're the only subclass that didn't get hit this time around. In fact, they fixed y'all's stuff. Let's get right into the patch. Titan, Striker, Bottom Tree, the beloved class of most Titan comp players, got hit with a pretty hefty nerf. We got diminishing returns increased on the super energy return. It no longer gives super energy for the melee, the shoulder charging attack. And they have reduced the super that it does give you, or the amount of super it does give you for the regular one. All in all, as a Titan main, I will admit it needed it. Can I tell a difference? No. If you play smart, you aren't going to play Titan like that anyway. You're not going to just dash madly into the midst of everybody. You want to make that super last as long as possible. So you're going to go for group kills, almost. Kind of like what you did in D1, where you got everybody grouped up and you had your one bang and you were out the door. But overall, not that bad. You're still going to see good Titans pulling off 4, 5, 6 kills with a super. You'll see bad Titans pulling off 2 because they relied too heavily on that shoulder charge. Warlocks got the Dawn Blade time reduced, so now they will no longer pop super, send their kids to college, and still be in super when the kid graduates. And Hunter, they fixed the Shattering Strike, which was a really good PvE debuff. That was an amazing debuff for y'all.
Yes.
It was more consistent. You were able to apply it more consistently than with the tether. If I remember correctly, not a Hunter main. I am sorry.
It's been a while since I've used it, so I'd have to actually.
You've been too busy playing the comps.
Yeah, I haven't done a lot of PvE recently.
I need to get into it this week when we will talk about why. Comp, how's it been?
Absolutely
brutal.
Yeah, we went on a huge losing streak. They did something. Something is wrong with matchmaking.
There's a glitch in the matrix.
Like, I went from Mythic 3 to Mythic 1
Ooh.
in a week. Just from, like, constantly losing.
I do have a question because I haven't played that much as of late. I've been trying the other game types and everything. Once you get out of the Fables, are you still losing just like a handful of points each match, or is it a drastic amount?
I lost, I would say it's probably like 60, 50 points.
So it's still less than what it used to be.
Yeah, I think it's about 50, 60 points a pop. It might even be more on occasion, but I don't know. It's weird.
Because I did see that it was supposed to be one of those things that if you're playing somebody that's your tier, it's less of a win and loss. But if you're playing somebody that's supposed to just dominate you and you pull it out, you're supposed to get more. And if you play somebody that's supposed to just dominate you and they do, you're supposed to lose less.
Yeah, so that happens.
Okay.
I think at least for me, up until like Mythic 3.
Okay.
Once I hit Mythic 3, it was like maybe like 80 points per win, if that. If I was lucky.
But then that's like people that are your level, then.
Yeah, the needle barely moved. Which I believe the way it's supposed to work is it's supposed to fast track you to where so the way at least I've seen it explained, and the way I think Bungie kind of explained it was going into this season, you're going to get matched off previous, or not matched off of, but
Off your elo.
it's going to like predetermine your bracket almost.
Yeah.
So it will fast track you to that bracket, and then it normalizes.
Okay.
Which would explain why, like, some people were getting legend in like
days.
a day.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, Canadian was like just breezed through it, but the dude, if you ever watched him play, he streams on Twitch. Dude can play.
Yeah, it definitely fast tracked him into it. I mean, there was issues with matchmaking earlier in the season. Honestly, whatever was wrong with it, I think was better than what's happening now.
So don't fix. Go break it the way it was broken before. Don't do this.
Yeah, basically. So like we'd get like. We'd get people where like, or matches where we would finish 1 and 2, and our teammate would finish with like a point. We had a teammate literally finish with a .06 before in one match. Yeah,
I can't say anything. I was playing like that last night, shaking the rust off.
I mean, like, we all had matches like that, but like this was like something consistently happening.
No bueno.
And like, or like we'd play guys who were ranked heroic. Like we played a dude who was like heroic 2 or something like that. Something or whatever it was, one of the lower things before Fabled. I was just, I don't know, it was weird. Like, I felt bad for him. I don't understand. Like, it doesn't work off ELO. It doesn't work off.
Well, it's supposed to work off of ELO when it works right. But
it's not.
But it's not. Well, that's the point of it being broken.
Yeah, so, I mean, whatever.
Did they officially say that they were working on something to fix it, or was that?
No, I think it's all anecdotal. Everything I've seen, people are saying, "Oh, it's broken," but I haven't seen anything like.
So Bungie hasn't said anything officially yet.
People are like, "What the heck is going on with comp matchmaking?" Because,
sadly,
like even.
Go
ahead. Even in like free play, freelance, people are getting like weird matches where like. They'd be Fable, and then they'd play like a bunch of like 500 glory, opponents, or 5,000 glory opponents. I'm sorry. So, like,
I can vouch for that. I saw some of our Discord members playing some comp this week, and I got into their streams and I was hanging out, and yeah, you could tell that there's a significant difference in rankings. You don't even have to check Destiny tracking. You can just see it. Like, he was getting paired with teams that did not know what they were doing.
I think it's happening, at least from, this is anecdotal. It's not, anything concrete or anything like that.
It's not gospel.
Stuff. Yeah, and from things I've read, it seems to be taking, so, like, Canadian is, like a free. Exactly what it is, but he's like a 2 KD or a 2 efficiency player, right? And let's say, for example, I'm a 1. It'll take our average as a stack and then find somebody. It'll match us against enemies, in similar, like in a similar, I guess, skill bracket or whatever you want to call it. But our teammate will be like a sack of potatoes. Like,
okay, so it's trying to normalize. It's trying to normalize the average KD of the team.
Yeah, it's almost like it's taking the 2 of us and then being like, okay, well,
here, play with this
good.
carrot.
The one guy's good. The other guy is. The way I saw it, somebody broke it down on a Crucible playbook, and I really liked the way it was said. It's basically taking comp players and breaking us into like 3 categories: those who can carry, those who can't, and those who are on like the border. And instead of, say, taking those who are on the border and, you know, kind of trying to pair it that way, it's taking those guys and throwing them into, like, okay, here's, you know, they're almost good enough, but not good enough to carry. And then just throwing them with them or against, you know, people who are good enough to carry. And it's, I don't know, it's almost like the matchmaking is...
Pulling from the wrong pool, maybe?
Yeah. Not even just pulling from the wrong pool, but like it's not calculating, you know, skill gap potentially. Correct. So like if you look at numbers, for example, 1.5 and 2 aren't that far off, but a 1.5 player versus a 2 KD player is, you know, there's a difference skill wise, you know, and it's almost like the system doesn't see that difference. It's just like, oh, it's close enough, you know. There you go.
No, again, this is all spin foil hat. Like, we don't have any evidence backing this up. We're just like...
completely anecdotal. But that's how it feels.
All right. Well, with matchmaking going all haywire, I don't see them fixing it anytime soon, because we do have the event for this season. The Festival of the Lost is live. Candy be everywhere. You see people in the Crucible running with Masterell's hat on. Chaos is everywhere. That Braytech werewolf. That's good. Let's talk about it. Yep. So, the 1000 Candy one had, I believe, Outlaw multi-kill clip. I didn't see the barrel and everything else on it. But just the combination of Outlaw and multi-kill clip on an auto rifle, PvE-wise, beastly gun. Hands down. PvP-wise, depends on how many shots you can get to the head before somebody's downed, and if the teams play stacked. But that's just my take. Fates, what's yours?
I'm not a fan of auto rifles in PvP. PvE-wise, I could mess with it. I used to use my breakneck all the time, you know.
Before they murdered your boy?
Yeah, before they murdered my boy, I used to use the breakneck for like anything PvE. I don't know, it just felt really cool to use, and I liked it, but I'm not a big auto rifle guy for PvP. It's just, I'm not a fan. The role itself, though, I mean, if you're an auto rifle, you're an auto rifle connoisseur, I would definitely pick it up. Maybe even try some luck at the random rolls after you get it, because you can farm out candy and get some random rolls on it. So definitely something to look into if auto rifles are your thing.
I'm trying to pull it up right now so we can actually see what are all possible rolls we can get on it. Just so that way we can tell people what to kind of go for. Actually, it cannot get multi-kill clip except from that Pinnacle one. You can get your normal barrel options. Accurized rounds is not on the table, but it does have ricochet. No, it's not. Especially in this meta right now. First perk, you can either get Dynamic Sway, Tap the Trigger, Triple, High Impact, or Outlaw. Second perk can be Under Pressure, Kill Clip, Pulse Monitor, Quick Draw, and Ambitious Assassin. So you can get an Outlaw Kill Clip roll. Wouldn't be bad. High Cal with Kill Clip would still be pretty brutal. Just throw on an enhanced rifle loader and you'll be set. I like it. It looks like it could be cool. I'm not a big auto rifle user, mainly as scouts. If I'm going to go with a primary, usually use a sniper, but scouts for that Randy's throwing knife quest. Quick public service announcement. If you are wanting to get Randy's throwing knife, now is the time to do it. Grab a high impact scout rifle, jump your butt into momentum control, and just one-tap people to the head and feel like a total badass.
Yeah, hunters, middle tree, void subclass.
Get your
strong.
3-second wall hacks.
Yeah, use your crouch invis shots to your advantage.
Titans have one-eye mask. Warlock. I
They're
apologize.
just out of luck.
What? No, honestly, I'm gonna try it tonight while I'm rendering everything. I'm gonna try my Warlock, throw an Empowering Rift, and see if I can one-tap the body with that scout.
Zone advantage is
I mean, you might. You might get real. If not, you know.
You might
if
be
not,
close.
You're gonna be close, I think. Potentially.
You can give it a shot. But yes, Momentum Control is out now. They basically took Halo's SWAT damage numbers and turned them into Destiny.
Zone B lost.
Side note, super damage is reduced by a significant amount. Shoulder charges will not kill you in one shot. I took a freaking Sentinel shield to the face and lived through that.
Victory is all
Turned
ours.
around and scout rifled the dude and one shot him in the face. It was fantastic.
GLs will definitely kill you.
Oh yes, the splash damage is ridiculous. For people that never played Halo SWAT, they took the damage numbers, cranked them up to 11. Any damage you got was potentially fatal. The little sidearm pea shooter thing could one-tap the head. In Destiny, pretty much everything one-taps. If it's a high-impact archetype, it's probably going to one-tap. Not Forgotten, easy 2 taps to the head all over the place. Same thing with Luna's.
I was taking sniper body shots to the head, or
Revoker
Sniper
will
body
one-shot
shots.
to the body. Like, it's... But you do play to 200 kills. Standard control things. And for the hunters and warlocks that are playing, y'all get to feel like y'all are wearing one-eyed masks, because after every kill, instant heal. So, which is nice. Evens the playing field a lot. Because the damage numbers are turned up significantly. To give y'all a numbers thing, last night I was going for Randy's throwing knife using 2 scout rifles. Pretty much positive KDs the entire time. I went from 11% on the rifle kills to 20%, so 9% all night last night. I played 2 matches before the start of this recording. We went from 20% to 34, I believe.
I kind of give some numbers, I guess. I played 2 matches. I'm not a scout rifle user. I gained 3%.
I'm an avid scout. I'm an avid scout rifle user, and bonus points for staying alive. You get more progress the more you stay alive on your kill spree. So, camp lanes, get your 5 kills as they come up, thinking they're not going to have anybody there. Don't be the guy crouching in the back of the map, though. Move around. Don't be that guy. Stop it. Get some help. I feel like it's a fun game type. I think they should keep it. Or at least put it in the rotation.
I think it belongs in the rotation, potentially, because it does have a use. I'm not super crazy about it.
Story of our podcast. I love it. You're like, yeah.
It's basically, at least my experience with it tonight was just like, it was like slowed down Crucible, like super slow Crucible, because everyone was like, I don't know, like even during comp, people camp lanes with sniper rifles or whatever and watch lanes, this, that, and the other thing, but I don't know, it felt slower than comp does. It was just people sitting with scout rifles, looking to peg headshots. I don't know. It wasn't. It just didn't feel right. I mean, like, yes, I like 100% recommended if you need the scout rifle kills, or even like if you're looking for.
If you have any Crucible quest that's needing kills, this is a good time for it.
Yeah.
The Thorn quest for using the Void hand cannon, this would be perfect. Especially with the optative pronunciation. I'm sorry. The 180 hand cannon that you get from the Vex Offensive, that would be amazing right now for the Thorn quest. What other things are there? Of course, If you haven't gotten your Revoker yet, this would be easy. Mountaintop would be a really good time. Like, any Crucible quest you have right now that you're needing kills for, this would be a perfect time to do it. Grind the hell out of momentum. Every time I say it, I think of Dr. Disrespect. I'm just... Momentum, speed, whatever the third thing was.
Oh man.
He's gonna demonetize this video, man.
Doc is gonna he's gonna sue us. Oof.
Oof. I don't have anything for him to take. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
That's along with the Festival of the Lost. The new dungeon's out. I haven't gotten a chance to try it yet. But you haven't have you seen anything about it? Or are you trying to dodge spoilers?
I've seen a little bit, but not a ton. My focus, as far as like the stuff that's come out, was more with the cutscene when you load up the game.
I was about to say, do we want to go into the lore on that?
I think it's something. I feel like that's a whole nother project. For us to
I
take
am
on.
curious. So, what do you? Well, if for anybody that has not opened Destiny since the Festival of the Lost that has started, this is your spoiler warning. Pause here. Go watch the video, then come back to us, and we will continue on.
Yeah,
For everybody that hung around, what the hell happened to her little glowy thing?
So it almost looks like. So, like, if you look at Taken, enemies, like, I think it's, like, right... It's either, like, right as they're taken or the particles just around Taken as they exist. Almost looks like that. It looks like it's pure darkness, like, energy. Where, like, Taken might not exactly be as pure as we thought, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I guess that begs the
think-
next question. Is Eris evil?
No.
No.
I don't think I don't think Eris is evil, but I don't think Eris is I don't think Eris is driving the car at this point. That smirk.
That ship has sailed.
If you did the campaign for Shadowkeep, should look, in my opinion, super familiar. It looks like the smile we get at the end of the campaign from ourselves. After, we're like, we are your salvation, blah, blah, blah. We get like a little smirk from ourselves. It looks oddly familiar to me, at least. I mean, that could just be them like reusing assets or whatever. I don't know, but it looks. I think the darkness is driving the car.
Eris, she gone. I don't know. I'm really curious.
Bad. Like, they've been developing a story for a while, and I don't think she's bad. I mean, it's
Total.
Eris is playing the long game with the queen, so I don't think she's bad. If she's still in control, it could be maybe she found something, or she found a way to use the darkness. We've had spoilers and leaks and whatever you want to call it, where people are calling for either in D3 or down the line in D2 for like darkness subclasses. What better way to introduce it than like setting it up this whole season,
That would be actually really awesome.
And I mean, who better to kind of, I mean, I guess you could say the Drifter potentially, but I mean, who better to kind of,
bring it in other than Mrs. Darkness herself, Eris Morn.
Yeah. Like
Telling
Bungie
needs to hire us for our ideas.
Oh, she's a hive creature. She's Savathun. She's this, that. No, I honestly, those are ridiculous theories. I would go with either A, Eris ain't driving the car, and that's why she's smirking now, because she's darkness.
She is darkness.
Or, she's controlled by the darkness now. I mean, how easy was it for the darkness to take over our ghosts in the campaign? With ease. He was just like, boom, I'm here,
Ta-da!
Ain't nothing you can do about it. But,
Get out of my ghost.
I would say either the darkness kind of possessed her, or she found something out, and
Could be.
we just don't know. I mean, I think some people are jumping to conclusions, and that is, that's kind of what they. I mean, obviously that's probably what they're going for, but
Yeah.
Use them brains, people. I know you got them.
That'd be something that we want to hear about. If y'all have a theory of what's going on, throw it down in the comments. We love seeing comments from y'all. We like to interact both here and on Discord. Before we get into the loot of the dungeon and what to look out for, let's throw up our clip of the week from our Discord. Our clips are submitted that we show are submitted to us through Discord. You can find the link down below. If you want to submit your clips, submit it there. We prefer links. If we have to open it in an email, we can. It just makes it easier on us editing to get it through a link. But we picked our favorite clip of the week. This one's a good one, ain't it, Fates?
Oh yeah.
Here we go.
3 lives left. One minute left. The enemy is out of second chances. One enemy left.
There you have it. That was our clip of the week submitted by y'all. Again, join the Discord, submit your clips, hang out with us. About that loot, though. Holy crap.
More guns. That's great.
An energy sniper rifle, a rocket launcher, and the first kinetic legendary slug shotty.
Oof.
Y'all don't know it, but back in the day, I used to use slug shotguns almost exclusively before I learned the ways of sniping, and I realized I was actually halfway decent. Unification 7 was my friend. Then Good Bone Structure, then Ganora's Axe, and then, of course, Chaperone came to play. And now this thing. Have you seen the stats on this, Fates?
I have not. I haven't actually looked at many of the weapons coming out for the dungeon. I mean, I even saw where I think the public events or the lost sectors somewhere on the moon were also dropping stuff, new guns.
I had not seen that.
Yeah,
I need to. Quick rundown of the gun. Blasphemer, 6 rounds in the mag, kinetic slug shotgun, and you can actually, let's see, just for giggles, range stat is normally a whopping 89. With an impact of 70, aim assist 66. Recoil direction is a 60, so it does kick left and right, but it being a slug shot, you're going to be able to aim again fairly easily. Perks available in the first slot: Genesis, Quick Draw, Auto-Loading Holster, Pulse Monitor, Outlaw, and Snapshot. Second slot: Hipfire Grip, Rampage, Opening Shot, Triple Tap, and Swashbuckler. So, way I look at it, no matter what you want, accurized rounds, get that extra range. Hammer Forge Barrel, again, more range. And for the perk trees in the middle, the perk trees, like the first round, Quick Draw, Outlaw, Snapshot, all solid choices. Second one, Opening Shot, and Swash are the only two I would go with. And of course, a range.
Slide shot in that pool, is there?
There is no slide shot. Quick Draw.
Love me some swashbuckler.
Quick Draw and the Opening Shot are really good. Snapshot, Opening Shot, also really good.
I I'm interested to see how its stats kind of compare to like the axe. I've fallen in love with my axe since the Iron Banner.
Let's play a game. Since I have the amazing Gunsmith app, we will talk about this at a future thing. We're going to start a deal with each episode. We're going to give y'all a awesome resource that we find for Destiny, whether it's a item manager. In this case, it actually lets you see what guns are available and everything, but we'll get into it another time. We already have one picked for tonight. With optimal perks and a range masterwork, we're sitting with a Blasphemer at a, let's see, 89 plus 27, over 100. It's over 100 range. We'll just put it there. Yeah, and that doesn't even count opening shot. Opening shot does not affect stats until the first shots of the fight is fired. So 116 is what this gun can hit range wise, if there's not a cap. If it caps at 100, I honestly don't know. It doesn't hit the end of the bar, so maybe it may not have a cap. But Gnora's Axe from the Season of Opulence. Same thing. Hammer forged, accurized. Let's go with, it can get quick draw and opening shot too. And we'll throw a range masterwork. I take it back. I am wrong because I realize how this thing works. It's not a 116. It's a flat 87. Gnora's Axe does have longer range. So, with the same perks and everything popped in, the Gnora's Axe hits a range of 87, so it gets an extra 10. But the aim assist is lower on it by a significant amount. The aim assist on the Blasphemous is 60-something, and the aim assist on Gnora's Axe is 34.
So you're almost trading range for
aim assist. I guess it depends on how you play. With shotguns, I feel like the aim assist would be really nice because you get
sticky.
It's sticky, and you're gonna be in close range. You want it to stick. That's just my guess.
I would agree with that.
Oh, what? Hold up.
I'd agree with that.
On October 29th, 32 minutes into the recording, Fates just agreed with me. Holy crap. It never happens. I gotta document these things for future prosperity.
Mark it on the calendar, boys.
I'm interested to see it. I'm gonna try and see if I can get through the dungeon this week. Everything I'm seeing, everybody's getting the slug shot this week. I don't know if it changes. The weapon changes each week. Potentially, the boss may change each week. I don't know.
That would be interesting. I would like that.
That would actually be really cool because then you're basically getting 3 dungeons for the price of 1.
Yeah, and everyone was, everyone was a little critical of Shadowkeep coming out. They're like, "This is it."
True, they did basically say this is just a trailer for the game or for the raid. Anywho,
so
the guns look cool. I like the whole high-V look to it.
Yeah, I've always been kind of a fan of that kind of thing, especially when like Taken King came out. Like everything had that like bone feel to it, or even if we go back further to like the Dark Below, everything was like bone. I like the nightmarish red that's on the weapons.
I feel like that's really awesome too. I haven't ran the Garden of Salvation raid. I've seen the weapons. What am I saying? They're very Vex themed. This is the only Hive themed stuff that's been in the game. So with this DLC, which I'm kind of bummed about, honestly.
Yeah. Like
the Hive armor and stuff from the past were really awesome. I like the fact that I was wearing a freaking knight's head on my showers.
So were the shaders back then too.
I hear you, Glowhoo.
You knew exactly where I was going.
I hear you. I agree. The shaders were pretty awesome. Glowhoo, for people that didn't play D1, Glowhoo was the shader that you got for beating Crota's End. the first DLC for Destiny. Honestly, that raid was more like a strike.
It was.
No, a better comparison. It was like the dungeons we are getting now.
Yeah.
There we go. You could two-man them fairly easily. Galahorn. We good.
Although back in the day we had that heavy ammo glitch that was awful.
Oh yeah, just kill everything and then die, and all the heavy would be there.
Because you had to farm up heavy.
That's
And,
true.
like, the
Raid banners
still
were not a
heavy
thing.
at the time. It was rough.
That or popping synths. Synths were great. I
Yeah.
miss synths.
I will say if we're still talking weapon look, I don't like the look of the stuff out of the Vex offensive. I don't like the leaves at all. Like I hate the leafy look of things. It's gross. You can't change.
I like my leafy boys.
Yeah, I mean, like you can't change the colors of the leaves. Like,
That
it's
I will
almost-
give you. I wish I could change the color of the leaves, but hey, we can't go to Boston in the fall. But
I want to be a leafer, goddammit, you know? Like I want to be able to look at the colors. Look at
Fates is a hippie, confirmed.
Ah, no, man, I hate leafers. We get them here.
Really?
Oh, they're awful. They're awful. I mean, like they're leaves. Do you guys not have trees where you're from? Like,
Off topic. Fates for y'all, for your people that don't know, is in Northern America. I am in. I'm in South Texas. There's not much further away. We are like on opposite ends of the country right now. He is bundled up. I can walk outside in like t-shirt and shorts.
I live like 2 hours from New York, so you know.
There we go.
We get a lot of tourists in the area. They have to come from like New York and stuff. And they're like, look at the leaves. And I'm just like, they're trees, okay? Like they do this every year.
I feel like you say that, and I picture that episode of Family Guy when the leaf, that one leaf changes color, and the whole town just explodes. That was hilarious. Getting off topic. The Vex offensive weapons, I actually have gotten more rolls and everything. That Optative, whatever the hell it's called, it's a mini Not Forgotten before nerf. It can 3-tap with kill clip. Yes, and it's a 180.
I haven't been a fan of like the guns that I've gotten so far. I'm gonna have to try for some.
It can get rapid hit and kill clip. Rapid hit makes that reload just as fast as Outlaw without having to get the precision kill. I do have to get a couple headshots in there to make it work, but kill clip, self-explanatory. It's Luna's Howl, or Not Forgotten pre-nerf.
Test it out.
The SMG with kill clip and what's the other thing? Kill clip and I think Outlaw. It's a recluse if you want to be a real jerk. And Antiope in the primary slot, that thing in your secondary slot, and be a Titan with Peacekeepers.
I haven't liked, so I hate to backtrack, but the hand cannon 180s bother me since the update. I feel like they I don't know. I feel like they just don't have enough kick to them, you know? Where like before pre-update you could get away with a trust or, you know, any of the like, you know, the decent 180s if you had a decent roll. Now I feel like it's, at least for me, where the sweet spot for me is almost, I think, 150s. So even like if I'm not, so I do have Lunas, so even if I'm not proccing Magnificent Howl, that archetype and that gun just feels clean. Like I've been searching for 150 hand cannons, particularly in the primary slot, so I have to get me a spare ration. Like I have an Austringer with Eye of the Storm, rangefinder, anchorized rounds, and I forget what the barrel is on it. And then obviously range master. So I mean it is god tier as far as, you know, rolls go, but it just doesn't feel right.
I think
Ace
the
feels alright.
the biggest thing that changed for all hand cannon users, when they made this nerf to the range on it, people got used to playing in a range that it wasn't really meant to be in. You could succeed, like you could win the gunfights, but that gun was never meant to be in that range, and Bungie knew it, and that's why they reined it back. And
It's not only that, but I think like it's not just that. Like, so I mean, I can operate within the range still.
yeah,
which is
yeah,
fine,
I
but,
get
like they changed, so they buffed 140s and 150s as far as the animation goes, and they feel a lot smoother. I think because of that, and like they needed to do it because 150s and 140s really felt kind of clunky on console in general. I think 180s kind of lost their spot almost. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like lost their niche. I just don't feel like they're viable anymore. Like I feel like they don't hit hard enough for a hand cannon, even in their range.
I can agree to that to an extent. It's one of those guns that's high risk, high reward. Even when you're nailing your shots, if you're competing against something that's a faster fire rate, hand cannons can lose to sidearms if sidearms are closer and landing their shot. Pulse rifles, hand cannons really shouldn't be competing at pulse rifle range, but they used to, and now they can't. I don't know. I'm not a avid hand cannon user, but I use them enough to semi know what I'm talking about. You're definitely more knowledgeable than I am on the subject because you're a hand cannon user. It's just like when I say I'm talking about scout rifle stuff, you're like sure, because I use scout rifles.
I did, however, say if the Randy's wasn't what it is, it wouldn't be as useful. We did discuss this.
We did agree that.
I know a little bit.
But it's just like me with hand cannons. I know enough to get by, but when it comes to really using them and testing them and everything, I'm not that knowledgeable because I don't have the time. But who knows what's going to happen. To round out the podcast, we got a resource for y'all. We're going to have the link to the Google App Store for it down below. I don't know if I can get a link. Fates, you're Android too, right? You don't have a...
Yeah, I'm Android. I don't have
okay.
Apple.
Sorry, Apple users. Y'all are going to have to go old-fashioned and search for it yourselves. The app is called Redrix, just like the broadsword and claymore in-game. And what this app does, as you're flying into a match, instead of just sitting there and watching your pretty ship fly that you can't do anything with but look at, you can pop this app open and it will tell you what map you're going to be playing on. It actually will, because the way Bungie connects to game, it does it while you're flying in. And this app uses Bungie's API to see what map you're going to be playing on. If you're playing a playlist that has multiple game types, it'll tell you what game type you're playing. And the reason why I like it more than just for that is it actually shows you your trends as far as your matches go. So if you've had a few hour matches and you notice that you're not playing your best, you don't know whether it's... You can actually pull up your past matches, and if you can see if it's been a decline, like, okay, I'm getting tired, I'm not hitting my shots, you can actually see your KDA as it goes up and down and up and down. So, like, if you're playing comp, I like to use it when I'm playing comp, that I'm playing a few matches. I can see if I'm starting to get on a downward trend and I don't want to just keep going. I can say, okay, I need to take a break. I'm tired. I'm not playing my best. I don't want to lose more of my rank. I can stop here and be done. Now, if you can see that it's kind of even, you can know that you still got a few more matches in you. And of course, if you're on an upswing, it's just like Vegas. You don't want to leave on the table while it's on a heater.
Yeah. Big numbers guy. Anyone who kind of, not even just numbers, but detail. Anyone who gets into kind of, Destiny lore discussions with me or has had to deal with me through Stream On knows I'm very detail oriented. So something like this is a definite awesome tool to have for that kind of information,
Truth. And the guy that developed it, he's even I actually came across this on the amazing Crucible Playbook subreddit on Reddit. If you want good Destiny PvP content besides us here, that place is an amazing place to go to. It's an amazing resource. They have lots of good information, and the amount of salt is minimal, which is what I love the most about it. You don't.
Yeah, it's a good place for information. So there, it's two tools right there. Two
exactly.
Tools.
Right. We stumbled across it on there. I actually saw this and I said, "Hey, Fates, I found something for you." What? I sent it to him, and I forget that he lives on Reddit. And he said, "I've already seen this," and I was like, "Fine." But
It was pretty funny.
with the guy is developing it continuously. He, if I understood his post correctly, he's actually trying to work out a way that when you're loading in, you'll be able to see your team's loadouts and the other team's loadouts instead of just manually checking like Fates does now.
I do. It's an old D1 habit, trials habit, man.
You are still the only person I know to do that. Did I tell you that?
I think it's
It does provide a lot of information, but I guess the
So for
hassle.
me-
I'm not.
like I know when I play a lot with Canadian Chad. For those who don't know, that's like my duo partner for comp. For me, he doesn't change his loadout. I am a bit different. My mindset is, okay, so I've got a team full of shotgunners. I can't sit and watch lanes with a sniper rifle. Let me pull out my fusion with backup plan and whatever else it's got on it, so I can counter these apes running at me. Or let me go last word beloved, so I can snipe them before they get to me. And if they do get close, I've got the last word. I like to be able. I think being able to counter and change setups is a valuable kind of thing to have. You're addressing the situation and adapting to it is how I view
You are
it,
totally right.
And
Good.
I've run into a couple people who have done it. I don't know if they do it because they've heard me doing it like the previous match, and they're like, "Oh, let me read off what they've got," because he hasn't done it yet. So I don't know if. Let us know. Let us know in the comments section.
How many of y'all still look up people's loadouts while flying in?
How many people look, at the roster and look at loadouts? How many people go and look at who still look people up? I know quite a few people who still do that.
I don't.
I'm kind of curious.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't like playing blind, but at the same time, the way I look at it, there's only so much I can change. I look at their stuff. Yeah, I can change my weapon, but I'm comfortable with a lot of things that I use. Like, I get it. I like my. I use Recluse. That thing is a beast.
I don't know. It's just an old habit. Old habits die hard, But yeah.
Everybody likes some old school every now and then.
Let us definitely let us know. But yeah.
That's gonna be it. We got anything else, Fates?
Nope.
Think that's gonna be.
Oh, hang on. Halloween's coming up. Make sure y'all are safe.
No kidding. Stay safe, y'all. Don't do anything crazy. We want to see y'all back here listening to our ugly mugs, sounding off in Discord. Like, keep it safe, everybody.
Yeah.
That's going to be it for us here at 7th Column Radio. I'm Tibbercat. You can find me at twitch.tv/Tibbercat if you want to catch me live. I also have on Twitter where I sound off with my random thoughts and amazing food pics.
This is true.
And Fates, where can they find you at?
Fates. I am Fates Pyro. You can find me on Twitch. Fates twitch.tv/Fates_Pyro. I'm Fates_Pyro pretty much on everything. So I'm very easy to find. And if you can find me on Twitch, you pretty much find me on anything because everything is in my panels.
There we go. If y'all want to hang out with us in Discord, our link is down below. Submit your clips. We love to see them. They just might get into the episodes. And that's going to be it for us here at 7th Column Radio as I stutter my way through the ending. I'm going to see y'all later.